A burst of heat and gusty winds will combine to produce extreme fire dangers across southeastern Australia this weekend. First, let's take a look at the fire danger ratings, and starting off with Friday, we are already seeing high fire danger ratings across parts of Victoria and South Australia. That's because temperatures are rising and winds are already increasing. The peak of the fire danger doesn't come until Saturday though, and that's when we're forecasting extreme fire dangers for parts of South Australia and Western and Central Victoria. This includes Melbourne and the Mount Lofty Ranges. And in Tasmania, high fire dangers with an ongoing bushfire burning in the northwest of the state. In addition to this, we are also forecasting the possibility of dry lightning, which may ignite new fires across the landscape. So if you are heading out this weekend, do make sure you have the latest information from your local fire weather authorities. There's a cool change moving through into Sunday though, but it will be quite windy and we're not expecting much in the way of rainfall. So high fire dangers are still forecast across large areas on Sunday. So how hot will it get? Maximum temperatures on Saturday will reach 6 to 12 degrees above the February average, 36 in Melbourne, 38 for Adelaide, and the high 20s to the low 30s across Tasmania. It will, however, reach the high 30s to low 40s across inland parts of the mainland, and also warming up across eastern New South Wales and the ACT. For many people, it will be a bit of a shock, particularly given the cool conditions across southeastern parts of the country. But there is a cool change moving through though, and you can see that here with cooler southwesterly winds pushing through behind that. This cool change is due in Adelaide late on Saturday afternoon and into the evening, and will continue pushing east into Saturday night. But for those areas ahead of the cool change, it will be quite an uncomfortable night on Saturday and into Sunday morning, only dropping to 25 degrees on Sunday morning in Melbourne, and temperatures only dropping to the low 20s across other parts of the southeast. And then on Sunday, that cool change will continue sweeping through. Melbourne's top of 30 will come early, and we'll see another warm day across eastern New South Wales, but cooler behind that with quite gusty winds coming through. So how gusty will it be? We can have a look at those wind gusts coming through at the surface to give you an idea of how strong those winds will be. Once the sun comes up on Saturday, we'll see some very strong winds. You can see here reaching above 70 kilometers an hour in the orange. We could see isolated wind gusts above that. It will be quite windy through Saturday across South Australia, Victoria and Tasmania. Then on Saturday night, we do see another pulse of strong winds coming through parts of central Victoria, including around Melbourne and also parts of Tasmania. Even into Sunday, we are expecting to see strong winds continuing, especially about elevated parts of Victoria and southeastern parts of New South Wales. So in terms of rainfall, we're not expecting too much from the cool change. We can see here the total forecast rainfall accumulations to Monday afternoon, really only expecting no more than a few millimetres for South Australia and Western Victoria. A little bit more rainfall is possible about eastern parts of Victoria, southeastern New South Wales and Tasmania, but those will mostly come with hit and miss thunderstorms and also showers. And of course, there is a possibility of dry lightning across the weekend. So with a burst of summer heat coming and dangerous fire weather conditions, be sure you have the latest information and warnings from the Bureau's website or app. Follow us on our social media, and as always, please stay safe.